Hey everybody, Stampin' Creates here. I've been doing a lot of videos on using, well, not a lot, but I've been doing some videos using my Brother embroidery machine. So I thought, in case this is confusing to some of you as to how do you get the images from where you purchase to load them onto USB so you can stick it in your USB port on your embroidery machine. So I just thought I would do a quick video to show you how to do that. So this is Etsy. I buy a lot of my designs from Etsy. I get a lot of freebies. There's a lot of different websites that have free designs. I'm not into digitizing yet. Never say never. But this was a fun one that I purchased. This is, I'm making, well, so my family and friends aren't watching this. I hope they're watching, but I hope they're not. For Christmas this year, I'm going to do some hand-stitched, well, not hand-stitched. My words aren't working, I apologize. Some machine embroidery face towels that say makeup on them. They're black towels. I got them through Amazon. All you have to do is search, black hand towels. You'll find a ton of them that come up through Amazon. And I wanted to make the makeup because, when you remove your makeup, you want to use a dark towel. So the black would be perfect. So I'm going to embroider makeup on it, just using my embroidery machine with the alphabet that comes with it. There's a few different alphabets to choose from, so that will work out fine. And then I thought, how fun would it be to use a makeup remover, a little circle. So I found this online. It comes from Pixie Willow Patterns, so they're not paying me to do this. I'm not getting any compensation. I chose this because I thought it was a quick design. And this is what you do when you go and you purchase one. Now, first off, when you're purchasing a design, you want to make sure to check out the information, because once you purchase it from them, when it's a design for your embroidery machine, you can't get your money back. And majority of the time, it's either an instant download or they will email you a link. Now, Etsy, they have right here ready to download, so you can see this. So I purchased this on June 12th. I've already made these. They're really fun to make. So anyhow, you go in and right over here, and this is the best way I decided that I can do this to show you. So I'm kind of behind the camera, and this is my older than dirt laptop. I use this laptop specifically in my craft room to download the files, and I do a little bit of web searching and check an email and maybe watch a load of YouTube on it. But this laptop is old, found it in my closet. It decided it was going to work, so I was like, why go buy something? So I use this specifically in my craft room. So purchase the file. Want to make sure that it sometimes will ask you what type. Now for the Brother, it's a PES file. Depending on what type of embroidery machine you have, you'll have to know what type of file that it takes. So here it is here, download files. So before I do that though, I have a USB little thingy here. These two I got off Amazon. I don't know, there was like 10 of them or something in a pack, and they were all different colors. So I thought, oh, that's a way for me to help organize, and I'm going to remember. Yeah, I'm not going to remember what's on them. So I just have to go in and look, usually plug them into my machine and I'll know. So anyhow, you go into the side of your computer, your laptop, whatever it is that you do. And then of course this will come up, removable disk, and this is F that it's saved on. So here's some of the downloads I already have on here. So I'm just going to minimize this, put that down below. So I'm going to click on download files. Now on Etsy, these files are always here, so you don't have to worry if you're going to lose them. So this is 2 patterns: reusable makeup remover, exfoliating pad, heart and circle shapes, machine embroidery pattern. So click on download. I think Click once. There we go. So up is going to come this screen. So now here's the file name. So if you want to change the file name, you can go ahead and change it. I mean, this is reusable pads. I think I'll know what that is. You think you're going to remember, but depending on what it is, if it's a whole bunch of numbers or letters, you know, you might want to name it. So I'm going to save it. Click save. And you'll notice down in here, I'm pretty sure all the computers are going to look like this. This is what like mine looks like, and my desktop looks like this. So here's the file down here. So I'm going to double click it. It's going to open up. Let me make this a little larger. I mean, I am by no means any kind of computer wizard, but I figured this out for myself, believe it or not. So here is all the different files. So here they are here, the circle, 8 by 12, that's a little bit large. All the different types of files on here. This one is a single heart. And if you look here in this column, it says the type. Okay, so this will be file folder. I don't do nothing with that. So I want PES. So here's the one that I want. So what I'm going to do with this is go up here, extract all, and I'm going to hit extract. Because you have to extract them first because they're in a zip format. I don't know what any of that means, but all they know is this is what I have to do. Well, I think they're pretty much down the same. Okay, anyhow, that's what you have to do. If you find that it has that extract file, you have to extract them first. You could just pick and choose which ones you want to extract. So here's the circle, the PES. So I'm going to right click that and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go down here to my folder, the removable disk, and all these things are so little, I don't know why. So let me see if I have room on here. I'm going to right click and hit paste, and boom, there it is right here. So it's on the file. Now if you click on it and try to open, unless you're going to open it up in like in Brilliance or any of your software, you know, you'd be able to do some work on it. Otherwise you're not going to be able to view it. So if I want to go back, I'll minimize this. So let's see, there was a heart one. So I'm going to go down, PES file right here, the PES. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back down here to my file, removable disk, and then I'm going to, I don't know if it'll let me paste it. Let me remove something from here. Delete this. Yes. So then I'm going to go here. No, maybe it still won't. Delete. Yes. Because these, oh, here we go. And paste. Now these, sorry about that. These USB little fingers, whatever you want to call them, USB flash drives, you want to call them flash drives. Let's call them flash drives. They come in different sizes. So I kind of stick with one that is like a 2 or 1, because if you go too large, your embroidery machine's not going to be able to read all of those. Okay, so it's only like this one. This only holds so much on here. Okay, so when you're done with this, what you want to do is you want to close this out. I'm going to close all of this. I'm going to minimize that. I don't know what this is. Anyhow, you're going to go down here, and I learned this from my daughter because I didn't know. When you click on this, there's this little arrow thing that shows you more. You see this one that has a little green check? That is what you have to click on to safely remove your hardware and inject the media. So I'm going to click on it. So this is where you could either open it, but I want to eject. They call it eject U-disk. I guess that's what the thing is called. So click on that. Oh, so, okay, so it says it's currently in use. So let me try it again. Sometimes it's still doing its thinking. Eject. Okay, then you'll see safe to remove hardware. So you can now safely remove it from the side. So take it out of here, right? Isn't that cool? Okay, so now when you want to go ahead and put this in your machine, I'm gonna have to move some things. I'm gonna go over here. I have quite a mess here between sewing masks and doing things. I mean, it's a mess. It is a mess. So don't mind my mess. I'm going to bring you over here to my machine. Hold on a second. Take out my thumb drives that are currently here. I'm going to stick, let me bring you over. Don't look at my mess. Close your eyes because you're in the movement. Moving. And I don't know what you're seeing, so I'm hoping that it's not too bad. Okay, so here's my embroidery machine. I'm going to take my thumb drive and I'm going to stick it in the side of the machine. Hopefully the machine you have has a thumb drive. It's an older model. It might not. Stick that in there. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my machine. Oh my gosh, I'm having a mental block. How do I turn my machine on? Oh, flip the switch. I'm going to turn it on, of course. Okay, so here the screen is coming up. So in order to get the machine working, which if you have a brother machine and you have a screen like this and you're wondering how in the world do I get it working, touch the screen. It'll tell you this. So you want to make sure you don't have any kind of you know, what do you call these things? You know what I mean. Don't have any of your hoops in your machine. Keep it free from that. Click OK. Keep your hands and everything away. This big thing will come up and it's going to do its thing. Okay, so it always tells you, always press for removing the embroidery unit. Do you do that? I don't know. I don't do that. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay, so on your screen here you have, well maybe you do, this is the NQ1600 brother machine, the Innovus. You have either this little icon, which this means these are saved files I have on my machine. So they're ones that maybe I was making a bunch of them, or you know, I thought I was going to have to go back and make more. So rather than, you know, just, you know, go on and not save them, I save them to the machine so I won't have to be flipping through. Now I don't know how many this holds. I mean, I have quite a lot of files in there. Let's go see. So I have quite a few files. I have like different face masks and towels and mug rugs and things like that. So now what I want to do is I want to open up what's on the USB. So that's what this universal symbol for USB. I'm going to click on that. And then what comes up are all my little files on here. Look at all the fun things I have on here. Oh, I didn't do that candy corn yet. Okay, so I'm going to arrow through. Oh, and see, for some reason the pattern's too large for the extra large embroidery frame. Okay, so I had to go in and I had to actually download that smaller file. But anyhow, this is where you would go to open it up. So let's pick another one. I'll have to go in. I don't know if it'll let me delete them. No, I have to put it back in my computer and delete them. So let's go back. Let's pick this cute little candy corn. So if I had downloaded the right file, which like I said, I didn't, it's too large. This machine will only do a 6x10 frame hoop. So let's say this was what I was doing. So I click on this, and then this will show you up here the different size frames. So this will take a 5x7 or 6x10. You hit set. So there's a cute little candy corn. I believe this is a mug rug. I am so into mug rugs. I'm telling you, I love them. So there it'll show you the little picture. Cute. So you can move it around if you want to move it. Now this has a touch screen, so you can go ahead and you can move this around anywhere you want. And that will be where it will go into the hoop. So you go ahead, put your stabilizer in here, put your hoop in, attach it to the machine, get ready to go, and you can move it around. You could also do like the move, and you can do this or move there or that, do it home. So then you hit OK. You could resize it, you could rotate it depending on you know, your frame and what hoop you're using. If you want to turn it, like say you wanted to turn it, you know, to it'll stitch out that way, you know, you can move it anywhere you want. So I'm going to reset it to go that. So then I'm going to hit OK. And you can do all your editing. If you wanted to go in and add a name on here, you can go in and add, and you can go in and, you know, hit an alphabet, and you can do like A, then set, and then there's your A. This is great that it's touchscreen, so you can move that A wherever you want it to go. So, okay, now I want to delete that. Delete. Okay. All right, so then we're going to that. So when you're all said and done, you have everything all set up and you're ready to go. You, this is where you can save it onto your computer, this little pocket here, onto your embroidery machine. So you want to edit, you know, you can still move it around. If you want to check to see where it's going to fit in your frame, that's what this little box is with this little arrow right there. That will actually do, when your frame is on here, it'll move around on your embroidery machine to show you where it's going to stitch out, which I highly recommend doing that. I don't think you really have to worry about it like overextending, you know, on your frame, because if it's not going to fit in your hoop, it's going to tell you that. Okay, so when you're all said and done, you have everything all, you know, the layout is good, it's right where you want it. You just hit embroidery, and here up it comes. Here it will tell you right up here how many stitches. There's 9,413. I don't really know what any of that is. I was supposed to have a class on this, but I bought this and then the pandemic happened, and so everything that I'm showing you I just learned on my own. So it'll tell you 0 means, you know, we haven't done any stitches yet, so 0 minutes over 20. So this whole stitch out would take 20 minutes. That's not counting the thread changing. Different thread colors. There's 13 different thread colors. Who would think with this little candy corn there would be, right? So it'll show you here how long each one is. So this is like a blue color. This number up here, 033, that'll be the corresponding thread color. So let me grab one. Well, that one you can't read. But I kind of use, you can use whatever thread color you want. So on these, for instance, oh dear, I hit that. Go back. So on these, it'll have, where are you guys at? I keep hitting that because I can't see where you're at. But on the top of the spool, it will have the number on here. And if you want to go with that same number, you can. But otherwise, I kind of go by the color screen. So this is like a dark navy. This is a red. This is a, you know, pumpkin color, yellow. And as you're going through them, this little box over here will show you exactly what it's going to stitch out, because this is going to stitch out the frame of it. So when you're doing the mug rugs, you want to make yourself a sandwich where you usually use batting or fleece. You'll have your stabilizer either in your hoop or sticky hoop or magnetic hoop, whatever kind of hoop you're using. You're going to have your stabilizer. You're going to make a sandwich with either the batting, which I like to use warm and natural. I like to use a thinner batting. You can use felt, which is super thin, or you can use fleece. You know, you're not going to see it. It's going to be sandwiched. And then your fabric on top. And this usually does an outline stitch where it will show you when it stitches out exactly where it's going to be, so then you can lay your fabric on top of that. Okay, so you're actually stitching on the batting, which is majority how they all go. Now I haven't done this yet, so I couldn't tell you. This little thing with the scissors, I don't know what that is. This little thing here, if you touch that, say you're in the middle of doing something, and if you were like me where you know, my finger got caught underneath the needle here, and well, the needle was stuck through my finger. It will, you can go back, you know, remove your finger from there, put a new needle in, or, you know, your needle breaks or your thread breaks or something. You can go back and add or minus stitches. So that's what these are, add and minus stitches. Now, if you want to go back, say something didn't stitch right, and you want to go back to the next level that you had stitched, you can use this little spool with the plus or minus. So you can do plus, that will take you to the next color, the next stitch out. You know, you can keep going all the way to the end, and it just keeps showing you the different stitch outs. Or if you hit this, you can minus. So you can go back to the beginning. This is the end. 10 minutes is the final stitch. So that must be going on. It does all around it, and you know your details. But anyhow, so if you want to go to the beginning, you're going to plus 1. That will take you back to the beginning. So it will actually, instead of having to add stitch, it'll take you to the next color grouping. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. But yeah. So, and the great thing about this is it also has you know, the little question mark here. So I mean, it will tell you, you know, how to thread it and do all that. You can, does it move through any? No. Okay, home. I have never really played with this. Oh, that's going to cancel the current. Okay, cancel. And then it takes you back to the beginning. And don't forget, your machine, most of the machines I would think, have already programmed in, you know, your alphabets. I've stitched this one out actually. My first stitch out was this. I used the S and it was really nice. It comes with all different types of already programmed in designs, which are real pretty. Just make sure you check the size, because there was one I did, it was a little tiny elephant, and I mean, it was a little tiny, it was like this big when it stitched out. But hey, you live and learn. A lot of cute designs in here. Oh, these would be cute for face masks. That'd be cute. Anyhow, go back to the beginning. There we go. So I hope that helps. Now when you're done, you know, I pretty much leave my USB thing in here. You can choose to take it out, or, you know, whatever you want to do. Label them would be a good idea, which is something I probably should do, but I don't. So yeah, I hope that helps you, just in case you had questions on it. Now, like I said, I'm no computer guru, but I learned by watching videos and asking questions on Facebook groups as to how to take a file and unzip it, because the files are so large they have to zip them in order for them not to be you know, in order for you to be able to download them. So yeah, if you have questions, I'll make every attempt I can to answer them. Go ahead, answer below. I hope this helped you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I didn't make you too crazy with moving you around. But I'm hoping to do a lot more videos on this, because I've really had a lot of requests for, you know, you want more videos. So post down below, you know, what is it you want to see. If I don't know how to do it, I'll sure as heck figure out how to do it and share everything that I've learned with you, because we're like a big community here. Those people that craft, and whether you machine embroider, you sew, you rubber stamp, whatever you do, we're all out there to help each other in every way we can, and I'm exactly the same. So I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell. You'll receive notifications each and every time I upload a new video. So thanks so much for watching. Please don't give me a thumbs down. If you do, let me know why, because that makes me sad. Thumbs up, I like. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you back here again real soon. Bye-bye for now.